Once your file is uploaded, you can begin building its user interface from the designer module with the same name. You can drag and drop the input and output controls from the left menu into the page to create them. Sections and containers are the structural elements that allow you to configure the page layout. In this example, the first control we want to create on the page is a date field. For this, dragging and dropping an input module into the page will insert the control. If you don't want to generate all controls manually, you can use the Populate Controls feature. This option is accessible from the Edit Page menu on the right, which becomes visible when you click on the page background. Simply select the worksheet name from this dropdown and press Generate. The system will grab all name ranges from that worksheet and create the corresponding UI controls. You might want to configure the controls a bit after this. Drag and drop the controls around to rearrange their order on the page. To delete a control, select it, and then scroll to the bottom and press Delete. Let's now take a look at configuring an input grid. The item column in this table is a drop-down control, so we must select List for the mask type, and then select the name range containing the available options for that control from the List Name Range property. To allow only numbers in the count column, we can use the integer mask. The price column, on the other hand, can display the currency symbols and formatting when the currency mask type is selected. Finally, the total column also needs to use currency formatting. The Populate Controls feature was not able to populate some of the output fields. Typically, calculation results can be displayed in output controls or inside disabled input controls. In this example, the name ranges order total, tax, and total do contain formulas, so the system will consider these to be output fields and prevent users from editing them. If you want to allow users to override the outcome of formula-based cells, you can use the Enable Formula Override feature. Let's assume that you want to change the date field into a date picker instead. For this, simply remove the control by pressing Delete, and then drag and drop a calendar control where you want it on the page. In this case, the date formatting will be set to US date without a time selector. You can preview the page by pressing Preview. The application preview is fully functional with calculations, but note that the save events will not be triggered.